Hi, my name is Heather Dubay of Dubay Designs, and welcome back to the Barbie series. Today's episode's a little bit different. It's going to be a bonus episode because of what happened in our last Barbie series video. But just a quick reminder for anyone who's joining us for the first time, I have been designing a collection that I'm creating inside of my favorite childhood video game, which is called Barbie Fashion Show. It's from 2004, it's a PC game, and I absolutely fell in love with it when I was a child, and it's what made me want to be a designer. So I've been designing Y2K inspired, sustainable looks inside of the game and then creating them in real life. I had a 4-piece mini collection come out, and that was the beginning where I put on a fashion show, and I decided to extend that collection to 12 pieces, and I've been releasing episodes of me creating each of the new pieces until we get to 12 and until we get to our huge fashion show. So I'm really excited, but a little bit bummed out about this video just because what happened in our last video, quick recap, was a lot of lost footage. So I did something kind of exciting. I did 2 looks instead of 1, and I traveled to a Barbie party and a Barbie premiere. However, I lost a lot of footage, which included the entire purpose of this project, which is designing things inside of the game. I lost all the footage of that, but I did not want that video to go to waste. I still wanted to release it. I spent a lot of time and energy on it, so I really had to go through with it, but I was very disheartened that I didn't have that footage anymore, and it was really important to me to still show you guys that process. So I decided this time, instead of in the other videos, I believe it usually ends up being a 30-45 second clip at the beginning, I'm going to do a little bit lengthier video. It should only be a few minutes long of me actually going through my inspiration, designing in the game, and just what that looks like on my side of things. I thought it would be a really fun bonus episode and a way to recreate the footage. And then at the end, I'm just going to give you guys a little reminder of the cute outfits that I made. You should still definitely go watch my most recent Barbie series video. It's my favorite by far that I've done. I encourage you to go watch the entire playlist so you can catch up before you watch this video. But if not, I hope you still enjoy yourself, and I hope that you enjoy my favorite childhood video game. I'm going to attempt to transition. I think this is going to go bad, but wow, big transition. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. I'm sorry about that. Now we're going to talk about kind of our inspo of what inspired me to design the looks that I did. So I did 2 looks. I did one that I called Hoedown Throwdown Barbie, Hannah Montana Barbie. I took a few different things as inspiration. For one, I took some fabric choices from the actual Barbie movie, which would include this like pink gingham fabric. I took like the color, but then the style of the fabric. As well, took inspiration from like some old Western Barbie dolls, as well as Margot Robbie's actual photo shoot that she did as like a Western Barbie. And then of course, Queen herself, Miley Cyrus, in the Hannah Montana movie, Hoedown Throwdown Barbie. Okay, so that's where we're getting our floral prints from, that's where we're getting our gingham prints from, that's where we're getting this blue and pink aesthetic is from the Barbie movie. We're getting all these little touches from these different places. For the other look, it was a little less specific. I wanted it to just kind of be inspired by the game, inspired by Barbie itself, as well as be comfortable, because this is actually what I was going to be wearing to the opening of the Barbie movie. So I was going to be sitting down in it, as well as I was going to be, you know, still taking a little bit of photos. So I wanted to be cute, I wanted to be Barbie-esque, but I wanted to be comfortable. So this one, I let kind of the fabric choice inspire me of what I had in my collection that I was really excited to use. I was super excited to repurpose this velvety material that I had. I knew it would be pretty comfortable, especially if I put a silky lining. And then I was super excited about these florally silk fabric that I had to make into some little pajama-esque shorts. And now that we know where our inspiration is coming from, we are going to cut to some footage of me playing in the game. I get a tour of the game, as well as kind of my process of how I do things. Alright guys, it's tour time. So reminder, this is what the game looks like when you get into your studio. You've got like where you style the models, the photographs from your shows, a really annoying radio player, what prompts you have on the computer, and then Barbie can try on the different outfits that you make. So all of these are like remnants of things that I've created recently. So I kind of had to trash all of it at the beginning to recreate this. For instance, like number 5 is quite literally the dress that we're going to recreate. But you know, listen, you gotta roll with the punches, okay? When you're recording everything on your iPhone instead of using the nice camera that you have, And the only reason that I'm not using the nice camera that I have is quite literally because I can't find the battery pack for it, which is like such an embarrassing reason. I'm sorry for not using like a camera that you have, like a good quality camera. Like that's really silly of me. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, really silly of me. Anyway, basically what I'm doing here is I'm like putting on those fabrics that I took from my inspo that I know I have in my collection, and just like playing around with where I'm going to put them. I decided for this one I was going to do that 2-tiered dress and have like those 2 layers. So I thought that this like futuristic skirt design that Barbie offered did kind of at least represent the fact that I was doing like 2-tiered in a way. And I'm just kind of like generally filling it in, and if there's any details that need to be added to the look, then I go in and add those details, or I clean up any kind of lines that I can clean up. For instance, like I add little buttons onto the dress, and then we move on to our next look. For this one, I played around a lot with like what the base fabric would be until I decided that I wanted to just throw on a bunch of appliques on here to help create it, because I wasn't just bound to like what fabrics they might offer. I can also kind of create my own as long as it was within the parameters of like what the appliques offered. So I was like, you know what? Listen, we've got ones that are close enough but not exact, so we're just gonna like make our own, and it's gonna be great. And then I'm going to attempt to make this top kind of look like a vest by adding like a little stripe down the middle and a little bedazzled button. And you know what? It's gonna come out and it's gonna slay. It's absolutely gonna slay. It's gonna look great. And we've got to be creative with it. And the entire purpose of this is being creative and playing a children's video game. Alright, so where we're at now is we're styling our models, because we're gonna go out and we're gonna have a fashion show, guys. We get to style them up with like different hair looks and shoes, and I'm trying to make it accurate to the pieces that I'm styling. So like little cowboy boots, and this is the only cowboy-esque hat, but it's a bucket hat. But you know, listen, we work with what we have, okay? And then we've got the combat boots for the other look, of course. And then once we've got them all like wrapped up, our 2 girlies that are going out, we're just ignoring these other girls. We just have to put them together in order to be able to get into the fashion show. So we just kind of ignore the extra ladies. And then we get to actually go through with the like setting up the fashion show part, which is like picking out sets and picking out like the different like props and stuff that you can use. I chose the stuff that had to do with like the movie premiere one, because I was like, listen, that's perfect, okay? This is for the Barbie movie premiere. Like, how more perfect could it be? Anyways, we're just gonna watch the show and enjoy our little models dance around. This is just a little refresher if you didn't watch the other video of how those outfits ended up looking like in real life compared to how I created them in the game. I think it's really funny to do this comparison. It's just really cool to create something in a video game that old like that with all those parameters and then getting to like make it in real life. It's a really cool experience. I didn't get a ton of videos of this dress that were super clear, so these are the best ones that I've got. But the dress by far was so fun. If you want to see more of this balloon video coming up, watch the full vlog from before. It is so fun, and there's so much more content. Wow, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. It does suck that I lost the original footage. It was great to give you guys a little bit of a refresher inside the game, what it looks like, a bit more in depth of like designing it. Talking over the actual gameplay is more fun than sitting in front of the camera and having to listen to myself speak again, and editing that does drive me kind of absolutely insane. But I'm really happy to be able to give you guys a little bit more content and just a fun bonus episode for the project. Hey, when life erases your footage from your iPhone, you just recreate it and pretend that it's the original footage. That's a saying somewhere. Tune in all month long for plenty of Dubé Designs content, and I will see you guys who are here for the Barbie series on August 26th. Love ya.